Hey yo, Vio here. Today we got another, well, it's not tier list, but it's gonna start off with another YUGIOH video, and this time with the protagonist and which one of them cheated the most. Now, I wrote down a list just because if I forget certain details of series, but they probably many more times these protagonists did cheat a little bit, but I did went back and watch certain series as a whole and just pay attention this time. But without further ado, shall we begin, but also keep in mind these protagonists have a dueling ability because they're just a king of games. One way or another, they always have their destiny draw on construct a card to actually help them win the duel. So like there are some abilities are better than others with these protagonists, and we should look at it as how much time they use them effectively as the most. So, without further ado, let's begin. We start off with Yusaku Fujiki, aka Playmaker. Now, I'm gonna start it one by one with these characters. So, should I say that too? Um, Yuya. No, you. Well, let's just say Playmaker. Playmaker is the type of character. Well, he did hardly cheated. Most of the time, I did watch reruns because it was just boring to me, and I did watch minor episode or his duels to make sure It to me, Playmakers kind of got boring over time because link spam or whatever. You don't have no certain type of strategy when it comes to, you just pull out cards to actually help him out. Well, all the protagonists do it, but whatever. When I get to the point I'm trying to say with Playmaker, he did cheat it, and I don't understand why people say this as much, but it's just like his data storm outside cheating. I should say cheating, supernatural cheating, between outside and supernatural cheating, and most likely they cheat. I should say that in the beginning of the video. Outside cheated because of storm access. Now, many people put him low because he didn't cheat. Obviously, he didn't cheat through his duels, but you cannot sit here and deny data storm access. They didn't establish data storm access in the game mechanic of that feature. It's more it is the ability of if your life point are less than 1,000, then you can use this ability, but you only can do it in once per duel. But the main problem is that it didn't have no constriction of he got decode talker, transcode talker, firewall. Um, Majority of the code talk is that he have when he used data storm, and then he specifically just win those duels because of outside assistant. It's supposed to be like a game mechanic feature, but not really necessarily because in the real world he have those cards. Now, if it wouldn't like have it online instead of just making the cards in the real world, then it will be not like he'll be non-cheating, like most likely not be cheating. If that makes sense. You guys get the point I'm saying. So yeah, he just have outside cheating help with these cards. Now later on in the series, he didn't use them as much as he should in those duels because he could just construct cards like he had upgraded forms of SS code talkers and firewall. So that's been proven that he doesn't need storm access. So it's not a supernatural ability, it's more like an online ability. In a way that yeah, he's there. Like he's there. Those are only the dual abilities that he have. The internet. That's it. Now, Jading Yugi. Let me look at my notes. Now we're going through his abilities. Now you have the Supreme King. Well, yeah, Supreme King, Yubel, and the majority of the people like Professor Crowler and them. Not Professor Crowler because I'm trying to remember the man's name. He have those abilities into him. Now, the point I'm saying that he did have outside help and supernatural cheating, so we're gonna place him. The main reason why he in that place because One in the final duel of when he faces darkness, Bell had to slide on in and help him out because I see right through his weakness because he was activating multiple traps. So he was just using his ability to like counter. Like he have cards that actually, well, it's a show. It's a show posted written cards. Like a fictional story, the writers had to write those cards in. But you get to the point where I'm saying. So it was like he did cheat one way or another. Second time, this is like, I'm not gonna say full remorselessly because of the Supreme King. In that moment when he went ballistic, this is when Supreme King Jada just literally mopped the floor with everybody. And the reason why he mopped the floor with everybody because he brought some broken cards. I'll say Lex Lexi down, low, low, because Supreme King has super problemization. Jaden have the cards that the Supreme King has that he made and make it more broken and more stronger than his original Elemental Hero type. I'm surprised he didn't use Mass Heroes, to be honest. Oh, that would be something else. But there's nothing too much to say about, Supreme King. It was running rampantly. Now, the one thing I will say mostly about with Jaden is that one spell card, that one spell card that helped him in the duel because of the Sacred Beast. Remember that card? It was like a crystal ball, and the person who said it, I think it was like his professor told him that you could construct any card that you wanted it. When it comes to this card, you can use your imagination or the duelists that know the cards they pull out and need in the situation of this duel. It's just like it uses imagination to construct a card that Jaded want, or willingly say you don't need this card, you need this card instead. And plus he can use this infinitely. Every single time he just use it. And on top of that, he just add cards in his hand using this card. So it's not one switch parent effect, it's just a supernatural ability that Jaden used multiple times. Well, he didn't, yeah, in that one duel, he never used that card ever again. And he needs to do it because of the fate of the world depend on it. I'm going to explain in a conclusion of the fate of the world because the protagonists have to do what they got to do. So I'm going to explain that at the end of the conclusion. So Jaden, right between cheating and supernatural cheating. Now, YUGIOH is one of those characters where he do have a lot of outside help because of action magic cards. Keep in mind, it's supposed to be a game mechanic feature in the game where, in his own dimension, every duelist have action field, which is a hologram. Everybody supposed to be in the stadium or in schools, depending on it. Now, it really is an outside help. I will explain it later on in my top 6 Yu-Gi-Oh series because I'm going to get on the flaws of action magic cards in a bit because they don't establish the game mechanic like they did with D-Wheels, like fighting duels as a whole. But action magic cards just cheeky and to get on the free card. Like 90% of Yu-Gi-Oh duels, he will have lost without action magic cards. He did cheat. Those are outside help. And the reason why I say outside help because he went to other dimensions and used those action magic cards. Well, I'm gonna say it now because the problem is though I understand it's supposed to be end of the Metro War. I'm gonna go off topic. It's the end of the Metro War. It is like this. Why use action magic card instead of? Well, it just. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm studying. It just that I'm trying to say it in a way that I said in the previous 4. I did wrote it down. I don't want to go to church through it. Why would you give your opponent free animations when they use action magic cards across different dimensions? Let's be honest. That's the main flaw of action magic cards. If Akabaleo restricted to only the players who have action field in their dual discs, they can activate it itself instead of the other player. But that'd be more like cheating as a whole. So outside sister as a whole is like it's supposed to be a game mechanic, but it's really not. It's just outside bullshit. Literally just bullshit. Next thing. Now Yu-Gi-Oh less cheat with supernatural ability when it comes to constructing cards. With he have all the U boys decks and cards. He does have them, but he only mainly use them with Utah when he get pissed off when the Supreme King Joy came around in the corner, or people push him over the edge, or torture the boy in that Raidu versus with Crow. I say that's a little less. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, I say cheating because in the final arc of Supreme King Joy, he have so many stupid. That dude was so damn boring. Like really was boring. Nobody then did nothing to like hit him really hard. He has some bullshit effect. Oh, you do this, I do this on your turn. I do this. It's like competitive in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or every single time they draw a card, he just discard a card for which card he want to cancel them out of their summoning. So yeah, let me put that up as high because it was just that it was more the dick matter, dick riding energy on that shit. Big dick energy, my bad. Big energy in those duels. So yeah, I'm gonna put it right here in the middle because the only thing I'm not gonna like, put him a little bit higher than Jaden because he hardly even used those abilities where the moment when the time is right until in the situation he lost. Well, the way I would say it is that depends on the situation. Sometimes it have to be really serious at times. So I'm gonna make my conclusion. Yuma Tsukumo. I'm kind of was indifferent. Many people think, oh, he's definitely a cheater. A cheater, not really necessarily. But here's the thing: all the protagonists cheat one way or another. Not necessarily as much as but Yuma, I'm running his abilities. You have Zell, Shiny Draw, and Recontract Universe. Now, Zell is just pretty much moping and then having a, fused with Astral. It's a supernatural ability. In between, outside, not really outside help. I know Astral helped him out a lot in duels because he was a terrible duelist in the beginning of Zell, and then he got really better, so that negate the situation of them. But it is just work together as a team. But mainly, Yuma be the forefront carrying those duels by himself, and then the writer was good with the way how they construct Yuma to become stronger as the king of duel, the duel king as much. So I was thinking too hard about Yuya in between because the other time we're gonna run through the times that Yuya that he used these abilities. Now the very first time we used it was around like Kaito when Ashur was in the Emperor's Creed and Kaito tried to become a thief in the night, try to rob all the number cards from Astral or just snatch his soul. Zell came in the picture, they merged, but that was a tie duel. He don't use Zell as much. That I can say that. He don't use Zell as much depending on the fate of the world or they versing a character that has supernatural abilities. So that's a good thing. It's not spamming it like crazy like many people expect it is. What's another one? Then there's another one where Tron have to give his son number 3 and try to tear down, destroy the world in the reality. He had no choice but to use Zell to win that duel because if he doesn't, the whole universe in his world will be destroyed. So he had no choice but to use Phoenix Bolt to end the duel. So he had no choice but to draw the card. And then we on the my favorite duel between Tron versus Yuma. Many people put him up high because, and there's another one where we get to that up high because he said he cheated. By these technicality, that wasn't cheating. The reason why it's not even cheating because many people don't pay attention when they watch certain shows and don't know what the hell they're talking about. in the situation duel where he equipped those air weapons. Now he would cheat by default of the Zell weapons that he have right then and there. Most of the time in duels, he doesn't win without Zell, and most of the time that I forgot what I said, but the people who watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Zell, you understand where I'm coming from. But he have those cards in his hand besides of the Zell weapons. Remember when he used some of 3 numbers on the field, Utopia, Leviathan, and 34? I'm trying to remember his name. 34. He used 7, the spell card, and the anime effects. He said, I detach all the material of this card and clean itself to draw the amount of cards. He didn't use no shiny draw. He had those cards in his hand. So, after when Tron bounced those Zell weapons in his hand in the end phase, he lose 500 points of damage because each card those cards that went to his hands. Yuma said, I'm gonna find out a way and all that. And Yastro said, oh, so you know the plan of it? He was like, no, exactly. So he was like, lucky for you, there's a second option. So he used Zell Catapult, special summon that. Then he used his monster to banish it to special summon, the Zell weapons of Tornado Barrier and Lightning Barrier. Then he overlaid them to a Sea Summon to bring out Zell weapon equipment, reinforce the battle position. Then next thing you know, many people said that's some bullshit moment, but Yuma didn't have those cards. What are you talking about? Like, did you pay attention? Did you pay attention? Please tell me you didn't pay attention what you just saw. Like, for real though. Like, I love Yuma Sukumo. He's my favorite protagonist. Like, I will cut back and let it slide there certain times he did cheat it. I will admit that. He did shiny job wherever cards that he wanted to show. But did you really pay attention? In those 3 cards that he used a spell card in hand and he never did shiny draw, he had those cards in his hand and help him win the duel. That's not cheating. It's like a mini rant, but we get to the conclusion. Now this part I will admit it's cheating because in the duel is the one and person who made a tier list about Yuma when he put him at high up. I don't believe Yuma deserves to be that high. He should be at least like 3rd place, depending on certain circumstances you countable of which is. But Yuma hardly even used Zell, depending on the fate of the world. He said Vector should have won the duel if Yuma didn't reconstruct the contract of that card. Well, changing the card effect and making a rank up magic new mana fall. New mana fall? No, that's rank down magic. New mana force. And let me give me some time to speak. I'm just trying. I hate when people put. These are the people who actually feel towards Yuma Sukumo as a main character because they don't like Yuma because they can't handle to be patient. Yuma's not a bad character as a whole, but come on, let me speak up. Come on. Okay, now Vector, he did cheat. He lured away Yuma and Astral, including the rest of his friends, to fight him to do in a field spell. First, Vector pretended to be Yuma's friend as Vector as Rei Shingate. Give him 5 V cards. Not only that Vector was manipulating his deck to counteract these cards, self-destructing his deck and burning Yuma at the exact same time by dragging him in a field spell. Now, tell me, why that's, you know what, ooh, Lord Jesus, man. Like I said, I'm going to get to my conclusion, but you can tell by the anger. It's like a mini rant, but I'll let that slide for Yuma. Yes, he did cheat, but cheated in the right way because Vector, the one who he definitely did cheat. He did cheat. So, I don't want to hear nothing more of that bullshit. Let's move on. I'll explain a little bit more in my conclusion. If I remember, I might just slide it in at the end of the video. So, you say, I'm going to slap him in there. And supernaturally cheat. Now, As much as I respect Yusei Fuda as a whole, I'm 50-50. He's not my favorite character as much, but he did cheated it. Because of three main terms: the prison episode, Clear Mind, and the Crimson Dragon. Now, let's start with the prison episode real quick, since we're gonna start the very first. The person's opponent, let me say that for last. That prison episode. The Crimson Dragon. Crimson Dragon helped Yusei because he was caught in the pinch where he just allowed him to give a card and also top deck 5 cards. Now I'm going to focus on the method of the Majestic Star. Another person who said the exact same thing on the video and tried to say I'm kind of quite pissed off. I'm pissed because it's more like this. This is up to Yusei Fuda and his decision what cards that the Crimson Dragon give it to him. If, like, say for example, if Yusei draw that card like he did, this would be not be no much as cheating. He never would have played it. Because you know why? Because he wanted to do it in his own way. His own strength. His own morality. Crimson Dragon, I don't want to use your ability. I don't want your assistant. But he did got that assistant. And guess what? He used it. That's cheating right there. Next one. When he in the way, he top deck. Crimson Dragon had to intervene. Because he draw those tuners out in the back. Now we're moving on with the prison episode. It's a reasonable episode. I'm trying to steam down my anger down just a little bit. Because I have most of these people think Yusei Fudo is that, but he ain't all that. He's not my favorite character. I respect Yusei. It's just that I hate people when they be dick riding. Get off his dick. Like, Yusei Fudo ain't all that. As a whole. I'm sorry, it's like, I know it's supposed to be the most who's the cheated the most, but it's just like, my bar is up high in this bullshit with people. I know can't dictate to how people the way how they speak, because fuck those people the way how they speak towards certain characters. I don't see too many people like talk too much unless I skim past them or they made a video about it in a deep analysis. But the level of stakes with that duel between Yuma and say, oh, Yuma deserves not to win that duel because Vector should win, and you let Yusei Fuda slide because of the prison episode, because that man was cheating. Like I said, did you pay attention? Did you pay attention? Did you pay attention? Oh, never mind. Y'all just turn off your brain and eat shit. The nerve of people. Like, I will explain maybe later on. Sorry if I'm pissed off, but just thinking about it, just get on my damn last leg. I just slap on Yusei up top here just because he ain't up the top here as cheating. There are times that Yusei Fuda did not cheat. I give him credit for that. But one more. Clear Mind. Clear Mind is cheating by default. It's just like you sequel summon on your opponent's turn. And the reason why it was like that because of the Mechaloid was trying to swallow the synchro monsters up. It's not like a game mechanic feature. It was just cheating because Yusei Fudo dueling ability. It's like, let me attack your monster. Let me swallow your monster. Nope. Clear Mind. I'm fast as fuck, boy. There's summon out Shooting Star. And next thing you know, he do some crazy shenanigans. That is like, blasphemy. In the real world, you could do that. In Formula Suicon, you can immediately sequence summon. In anime, not so much. He just sequence summon on his turn. Like, I went fast as fuck. Now, Yugi. Obviously, he's a cheater. He defies laws of physics. I should mention in the beginning of the video of each of them can manipulate their own fate regardless though of the circumstances. But Adam, Atem, he definitely do cheat a lot. I'm not gonna be here and be beating around the bush because the battle said he used monster point on Punish turn. Next thing you know, he make in the see a Kako arc, he got those dragons and they're humans and all that. Um, I'm trying to remember even more further. Kaiba did help Yugi's, that way Yugi will not lose. I know that's outside cheating, but he didn't know that. But technically, he should have lost that one and lose some star chips. To be honest, all you need is just lose some star chips, and that's about it. It ain't that serious until you reach to Maximilian Pegasus. Then, I'm trying to remember anything other else with you attempt because I was thinking a lot. He has his power in the Millennium Puzzle, but he hardly don't even use it. Well, the Millennium Puzzle is to increase his ability to win. It's basically like increasing his luck or the bonds of friendship to actually, like I said, everybody have their own destiny draw. How they draw cards in their own dual abilities. Like they said, these are like the kings who actually draw the cards. They like supposed to be undefeated champions. They did lost here and there, but like these are supposed to be the best, greatest duelists. I have nothing more to say about Yugi, but we already know. If you already know how many times Yugi cheated. Now, my conclusion. At the end of the day, these are a lot of just fictional characters. I do love the franchise as a whole, but it's just like the nervous on the people. I get to the next video of it and explain why when I do my top 6 of them. Every series had their own falls. Like I said, when the fate of the world, it's more like this. You have to use what you have to use to defeat your opponent, where it'll come to cheating, or when they use supernatural ability or the fate of the world, you have to do what you gotta do to win the duel and save the day. Point blank, period. That is done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if I ran. It was like a mini rant, but it's not. I'm not gonna have like many. Oh yeah, let me before that. And yeah, I probably justify my hatred. Y'all can describe why, why, how many 5D fans get on my damn last nerves. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. That you guys fluently understand. Sorry if I stutter in places because normally though I could edit this video. I just tried to get this out of the way because well, consistent uploads and I've supposed to been done this before with these Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonists, but I was too busy drawing, trying to do my own series as a whole. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me who you rate these characters by, your own tier list. Everybody have their own personal preference and all that. But without further ado, hope you guys have a blessed day. Till then, bye. Hello, it's me again with another take. This time, I should elaborate more between Yuma and Yusei and the higher stakes between them. With Yusei in the prison episode when he was cheating, it was like not really serious. It was like less stake because he get punished because if he lose or something like that, he get tortured because his friend tried to escape out of prison. So you meant to tell me by comparing with Yuma in a life or death situation when he was dueling against Vector when it's okay when you say cheat, but not okay when Yuma is fighting for his life in that situation when he had to do what he had to do to cheat. Let's let that sink in for a little bit. And I won't be surprised many people want to see Yuma get killed because everybody just hate Yuma Tsukumo. Anywho, with Yuya, I would say about when the U boys take over his body. Let me just check and see my mic is on. But yeah, when Yuto take control of Yuya body when he was using that rank up magic, well it's like it's more like swapping place, like but he did draw the card that he need anyway, so that's cheating right there. I forgot one more take of you say when the Crimson Dragon help him, it was just a scene where we versus the very first time versus the Mechaloids, and then Shooting Star, Crimson Dragon help him out with the Majestic Star again. Like I said previous before. So that's about it. I forgot one thing about Jade and Yugi, but this is look, every character create their own cards, but this is I thought about it because the moment I finished about to upload this video, it was just I forgot a thing about Jade and Yugi. Um, the Elemental Heroes when he lost his ability, when he can't see his cards anymore, and then he had to go for another dimension. Yeah, those Neo-Spacians. Or like as assistant and help for Jade and Yugi. So like outside assistant. I know he been make those cards as a little kid, like he creates them. So